Alright, hello folks. I'm sketching a panda bear for one of my residents at work. And I'm just in the face. Sometimes I feel if you do the face first, it's better. Alright, I'm just getting all this done now. But I figured I'd do this. And then, oh, hello, whoever you are. I'm sketching a panda bear for my resident and doing tarot card readings. If you'd like to hear something. Oh, hi, Karan. How you doing? I took me a social media break for 2 days. I had this interesting conversation with my oldest son. He asked me if my hair was thinning. I told him I don't feel like dyeing my hair all the time. Okay. I thought that was hilarious. His wife is on TikTok and everything else. I just told him I don't want to burn my hair out. Oh, geez. You got a bad financial system, Karan. I know the world. I'm doing new things over here. I'm gonna do one from each. Do three from each deck. Maybe I'll get like better accuracy. I feel since I just switched decks that somehow I don't know something changed. I'm gonna see what luck I have with just there. Yeah, the financial stuff in the world is bad. The world is crazy. Oh, yes, I know that. My kids need financial security too. I hear that. I've been needing financial security for years. This is why I shop on Amazon. And I just eat the free food my mother in law gives me. Because honestly, it's free. It's going to get wasted if I don't eat it. And why not? It saves money. Food's expensive here. Some people I gotta pay $500 just for their household. I always pray. I do. I mean, I can't change the turn of of karma and fate. Sometimes you gotta go real deep and come down the gutter and come up. That's what they say. All these spiritualists on YouTube. So I don't know. As long as you got a roof over your head and stuff, I mean, that kind of stuff comes in time. We can't we can't predict these things. I used to make really good money when I was younger and dealt with infectious disease, and I got older and got financially unstable. And I just got married, and now I take his money. And this is coming from someone that made a lot of money before. I mean, I make decent money, but I don't want to always have take from a man either, but life is like that. Alright, we'll see how this turns out. Alright, your financial situation with both ducks here is in the full moon in Taurus, and this talks about a practical plan. Practical plans are very usually means you gotta save money. Oh, okay. But yeah, God doesn't listen to me all the time. God does what God wants to do. Some people say the God is just light energy. So that's what my son says. So I guess it depends on what you believe. But you also got the Five of Swords with this other deck with your financial. And this always deals with conflict and disagreements and competition and stuff like that. And self interest. It just seems to me like there's other things clouding things. Like it's stagnant and waiting. And then you have New Moon in Cancer. And this talks about safety, which would mean that you're not homeless and stuff like that in this situation. And then a Muttable Moon on this deck, and it says this is just talks about how things. Oh, I didn't want my panda bear to go anywhere. And the Muttable Moon just talks about things that aren't set in stone. And then you have a Two of Cups, and this talks about balance and harmony. That's not bad. And then the Moon, where it says, where this is more, I want to say here, this talks about, this is more like a chaos kind of thing where where there's chaos, intuition, and fear. I feel it's all going to come together, Karan, in its own time. I've been told by people that believe in God that things happen in God's time, not ours. So I guess if you want to go with that one, you can, but God really doesn't care about money. The universe doesn't care about money. That's the thing. That's just a human thing. People that passed on, they don't really care. That I can't say. That's up to. I'm blocked on that one. I mean, that's kind of what happens on your own. I mean, I've been blocked with my own financial stuff. I mean, things just happen when they feel they're going to happen, and that's it. I haven't seen anything for my financial situation, and everybody keeps saying things happen on God's time, and I'm going to go with that. So, I'm sure soon it is going to spiral out. I wouldn't worry about it too much, but I know it's hard not to worry about things. I do. I've been a single mom, and I got married and still struggled financially with my first husband, and even with the second husband, I struggled. So sometimes I feel that life gives us these little things to see if what we're gonna do. I mean, all my kids keep saying is if I do finally get a little money, I can help them out. But I guess that's where we're at in life. Maybe just try to enjoy the ride. That's what I'm doing. I mean, sometimes if you focus less on money, it just comes to you. I'm not even focusing on the money from my dad's stuff. I'm more focusing on I'm not homeless, and if it comes, it comes. And then I'll help the kids. Sometimes it's what you're doing with the money that gets it there quicker. And sometimes it's just you're supposed to wait. because everything does come in time and it's hard to be patient. Hard. I'm impatient. I'm a very impatient person. When I tried to read myself the one day, all I kept getting was have more patience. And that was it. I was just like over it after that. It's how much patience can you have? But years later, this happened. So sometimes some things are unknown for a reason. Hopefully, it's not going to be like my situation. You're not going to have this horrific death shadowing everything because it was very horrific. Yeah, you can ask Devin. I'm making this story. I put a little thing on my lamp because I think you guys couldn't see my sketch or anything because the light was too bright, like the Gremlins. Bright light, like Gizmo. But I'm making this for Melinda, my resident. She never gets out of bed, and she's of Oriental descent, so she loves her panda bear. So I found a face sketch of a panda bear. So I'm doing my charity. This is what I do. I gave the other two over to my. I had two residents. One wanted a pumpkin, and she was depressed, and she never leaves her bed either. They said they sit there and look at four walls. So, and I make their some of their walls have some kind of character, and it makes me feel better. Oh, I'm good. I found out about survivor benefits. Apparently, I get them. And then because I talked to a veteran at my work, because is on dialysis, but he's going through some stuff. And he was telling me I could get up to $4,000 a month with these survivor benefits from my dad. And he says they're just going to come. Because he did the math and everything and said my dad was in the military for 30 years. So I just got to wait till the VA gets and the government gets involved now. I said the military police is going to be. Oh, I seen it. I'm getting your cards up, but yeah, they said the military is going to be at his door, and if he doesn't have the ashes, they're just going to arrest him. So I'm just living my best life, making residents pictures and ordering a lot of Amazon. All right, Devin, I'm looking at your question now. Okay, you want to know right about Shay, and do you see her reaching out? I'm using two different decks together to see if I can get like more accurate readings because these moon oracles, I feel they answer emotions and different things like from your psyche. And I feel like they're more mystical. And then I'm going to use three from the other and see what we happen because I just look into like tarot card readings when I was younger, and they always say that the best tarot card readers, because my mom, she was a psychic, she is when you make your own kind of layout. So we're going with that. All right. I'm going to do three of these and three of that. It's like having one at a time, and sometimes these are more insightful. I love the moon. I think the moon represents a lot of things. I like the sun too, but the moon is very wise. And it gets in our inner emotions and reminds us of how small we are in the universe because we are but a blade of grass. Sometimes I think we're a molecule in the universe. We really are. We die, we come back, we die, we come back. We learn this lesson and that. Oh, yeah, I've been doing that, but I've decided to do this because I really miss my moon cards. I like them. I've had them for years. And they have good vibes, these cards. Some cards don't. I don't know why. I had a card deck, a traditional one that went upside down all the time. It was terrible. I ended up burying it in salt. Some of these they can get really messed up at times. But anyways, Devin, your relationship with Shay is in a new moon, and it also is in a Nine of Cups. And a new moon just talks about new starts. And new starts doesn't mean with a new person, especially if you're referring with the one person. New starts just means change of heart, growth, and things like that. And then you got the Nine of Cups, and this just talks about gratitude, happiness, celebration, harmony, and love. I feel this Shay feels bad. I'm picking up despair because she feels bad about how things happen between you two, if that makes any sense. Oh, okay. No, he didn't. My dad didn't get disability. I would just get survivor benefits. So I'm okay with that. Whatever I get, I'm just helping out the kids. He did die of a stroke, but he was in a nursing home, so he was, I guess technically he was disabled nursing home, but I'm not sure if that matters. At least I don't have to do anything with this situation. But anyways, Devin, you're surrounded too by a new moon in Virgo and a Knight of Wands. And these two cards, Virgo is just talks about reflections of when people get greedy and they take and they don't give. And it doesn't mean possessions all the time. It can mean emotions. It can mean a lot of things. So, but I'm thinking this is more of her inner self missing you. Because people miss people. I mean, I've messed sometimes when me and my husband fight. I feel bad, and it happens. Then the Knight of Wands just talks about inspired action, ambition, and drive. So, we're gonna go with inspired action on this one, which means that she was thinking about things, and there must be love there. Then there's a new moon in Gemini also surrounded that, and this talks about communication. And when this card comes up, communication usually is the problem. It's a way about how we communicate to try to get the problem done. And it means bad communication skills. And then the Four of Cups also is in this reading, and this talks about meditation, reevaluation. I want to say that this is more of a reevaluation. I think she's just trying to figure things out and come back. Because sometimes coming back is harder than just leaving. Because if you leave, you don't got to think about it. But if you come back, you got to face all the problems that you left. And you got to admit that you got to work on yourself. So, but I do think she's going to be back, but she's stubborn. I'm picking up a lot of stubbornness, and people get stubborn. You can't be judgmental on stubbornness. I mean, sometimes people want their space to figure out how they're going to react when a situation went bad, and they go silent for a minute. Silence doesn't always mean a bad thing. Oh, I'm getting you next, Queen. I'm just sculpting these ears of my panda for Melinda. I always believe in giving back to the ones that need you the most. Right now, I raise my kids, and the people that need me the most are the residents. Laugh out loud. So, all right, you say Ethan and I had an awesome day together. That's great, but we haven't spoken in a couple days. You see him reaching out. Oh, maybe he just got busy. Oh, you're welcome. I hope it was helpful. You know, women can get stubborn. So I know it's even anybody can be stubborn. My dog can be stubborn. It's just a nature of people. So yeah, let me get Queen taken care of, and then I'll try to find that out. I could just see what's given to me. Maybe these are a little more accurate doing my own little deck. Okay, I don't know why that said restricted, but I read it and found it. But YouTube restricted about how long it'll take. But I seen it, so I don't know why that got restricted. It wasn't like it had any bad language, but I'm not going to sit there and question YouTube moderators. It is what it is. Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, people do get busy. They really do. I mean, what are you going to do in life? It is what it is. I got more hair things in, so now that I can do that, I'm like, I might not need so many hair pieces to get my hair the way I would like it to be. I found all these clips and things that you could twist your hair with. I was excited, and it was on the Amazon haul. I need to go to AA, Amazon Anonymous. Every time I get on Amazon, next thing I know, it's $200. It's insane. I do like the air conditioner I got. It's this portable one that cools down a garage, which is perfect for my apartment. Oh, okay. Oh, you too? You need Amazon Anonymous? My brother sent me a TikTok video. I love TikTok videos. I know I shouldn't say that because I'm on YouTube, but I'm a TikTok girl, and this guy was. It was so funny. This train came, and all these Amazon things were coming in, and he goes, "Oh, my wife's orders came in," and he sent it to me to show to Rob too, and Rob's laughing his ass off. He goes, "That is you." I mean, Amazon Prime Days came. I spent $400. I had orders for like days. It was insane. But I got everything I needed for 80% off. You can't beat that. It's like Black Friday at Prime. Me too. There is a store every day. There's one at my door too. I mean, I just wanted to put my hair up in clips, so I got that. Oh, I know my idea broke, and most people ideas broke are two different things. They really are. My broke is I don't have $400 to spend on Amazon. This is my broke, but it's funny. My son thinks I got a problem, but I probably do. I mean, they're better than the store. I want to say this. I like the store, but then there's people there. But anyways, Queen, you got a new moon in Aquarius for you and your new love, and that's good. It just talks about bringing love and stuff in your situation and things like that. And whenever you're in Aquarius, it means there's love there, and that's your central energy. And then on the second one here, you got the Queen of Swords. This is a good one. This is talks about wise and clear perspective and judicious and truthful. That's not bad at all. And loyal. I'm picking up this guy's pretty loyal to you. He likes you a lot. Then you got a full moon of Virgo surrounding that, and this just talks about you worrying that you're not good enough. Like how we all get a low self-esteem in a new relationship, or I don't know if I did that good enough or whatever. I get like that too. You like him too? Well, I can see. Then you got it, and then you got a balsamic moon. Balsamic moon just means past scars that are healing. Because whenever people do stuff, they leave a scar in your soul, and it's a lesson. So it just talks about healing, and that's good. Healing's good. And then you're also surrounded by the Magician, and this talks about alignment, which is good. So that means he's going to bring alignment into your life. Then you also have the Page of Swords. And this talks about new ways of communicating, mental agility, clarity and education, thirst for knowledge. This is all about like bettering yourself and expanding your mind and stuff like that. I feel like he's just out there and he's a go-getter. I don't know. I have a good feeling about this one. The energy's real good with him. I honestly think he probably just got busy with something. Oh, okay. Hi, Debbie. How you doing? Hi, Queen of Moons. Yeah, I don't know. I got a really good feeling about him. So I wouldn't worry too much. Maybe just drop maybe do a hello text, say good morning or whatever, so you don't look kind of like you're being a stalker. And you don't want to look too one way or another. And not everything's good. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, there's bad that comes with the good. I don't know. I would just text him and say good morning. And just not, and wait for him to follow up on that text, or good evening, or just do a real general text. It's not being rude. If you spend a couple days with him, why not? I wouldn't worry about it. On Facebook, I get good morning Chong the dog every day. It's not rude. It's what it is. I mean, people, it's just being polite. That's what I would do. And just wait for him to text you back and see how long it takes. And when he texts you back, just ask him how he's doing and let him start the conversation. And then I'm going to get back to Devon, the Romeo of Chong the dog. He's got the best love life of everybody. He really does. I just try to avoid people at stores and shop at Amazon, and he's very popular in love. Very popular. Oh, I'm getting yours now. Yeah, I don't do that. If love actually has to come knocking on my door, that's how I met my husband. My son was staying with him for a while. They were like roommates, and then my oldest son got mad at I don't know what he was mad about. He has a hard head, and he pounded his head into this door and it shattered, and he got himself evicted. And he came over to my house, my son did, with Rob. And next thing I know, I felt bad. He was evicted because my son, he could be an a-hole at times. And he's hot headed. Now he's not. Has he been through off AA and a bunch of stuff, but that's how I met him, and he literally came to my door because I don't seek anybody out. I like being Master Yoda in my little tree. I feel I don't. I'm happy like this, but I would love one day to have my own little tree house like in Star Wars. I'd probably stay there all the time, even if I had a mansion. These are my dreams, but who knows? All right, Devon. All right, you want to know how long? All right, you got a new moon in Libra is a constant, is an energy field, and a four of wands. And this talks about milestone, goals, homecoming, reunion. That's good. I feel there could be a reunion, but when? Then the other central energy surrounding you and your lady love is full moon in Aquarius. And Aquarius always is good. It's just the energy of love. And this one is pretty much saying to let out the inner and where, let the love show type thing. Then you got a gibbous moon for that central energy. And this talks about being close to achieving a goal. And these other cards that are a little more precise, instead of showing emotion like these do, you got the world. And this talks of achievements, wholeness, travel, fulfillment, integration, glory, balance, infinity, and eternity. Well, you do have that kind of life. You are very lucky. And then you got the High Priestess. And this talks about a subconscious mind, sensuality, spirituality, thirst for knowledge, and explore inwardly. I'm picking up that she's trying to figure out how to reconnect and how to go about things. So I'm thinking possibly maybe 2, 3 weeks. I feel this is going more in like threes. A lot of things go in threes, especially when it comes to love cycles. So I'm thinking like 3 weeks for possibly a full comeback. So I'm rooting for you, Devin. I mean, you gotta have a lady love. So, all right, now you got Queen of Moons. What's coming my way if you can read me things? I will try. There's never no in my heart. Oh, you're welcome, Devin. I'm always rooting for you. You're a go-getter guy, and you're a nice guy. There's not a lot of nice guys out there. Well, there is, but there isn't. So it's nice to know you have, there's somebody out there that's good. I mean, I see so much bad. This is why I'm trying to get a Sacred Hearts animal sanctuary over here where I live. So this is my life. I see so much bad. I like to see good. I like to believe there's good in the world. So, and there's a lot of bad stuff going on with all this human trafficking, animal trafficking. I don't know why humans want to traffic so many different things that are living. I mean, I could see trafficking plants and food, but I don't understand the whole animal and human trafficking. It just it blows my mind. I can't take it. This is why I'm up here. I'm trying to find good in the world. I see so much bad all the time. I like to see good. I really do. I like to know everything's not dismal all the time. Because a lot of times it is. This is why I paint for my residents. And I paint for humanity. Ozzy Osbourne was doing that actually before he died. I did was Ozzy is I don't know. I cried when Ozzy died. Ozzy was I had his album when I was younger. Ozzy's awesome. And when he died it was heartbreaking. I really was. But he was painting. I mean, and he stopped taking his medication so because he was ready to go. He just finished out his concert. Next thing, took his medication, and I guess that's how he died. It's not a bad way to go out. And he went away doing his concert in England. I wish I could have been there. If I had any kind of money in the world, I'd have been there. But anyways, Queen of Moons, your central energy is in a waxing crescent moon. And this talks about having faith in yourself and your dreams and your inner self and things like that, which isn't bad. And this is just the emotional stuff, like what would be in your inner self. This is what these moon oracle cards do. Then you got a blue moon, which talks about believing in things that you think is impossible right now. And I can attest to this because there's things I thought were impossible, and here I am on YouTube. So things can happen if you want them to. Then you have full moon in Scorpio also surrounding your energies, and this is talks about releasing negativity. Scorpio is always about getting rid of negativity, or if you're stuck in Scorpio, you're harboring negativity. But I mean, it just could be negativity. I feel it's from a bad situation. These emotional scars that everybody that's human has. And then you also got, with these more decisive cards, is the Two of Cups. And this talks about harmony, balance, and unity, which is good. And then it's surrounded by Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords is, it's kind of a negative card, but it's not. It's just like in a depressive state type thing where you're thinking bad thoughts, and it's not always. Sometimes it's to yourself, like it could be like a reevaluation of your life, and you're thinking negatively. And then you got the Knight of Wands, and this talks about inspired action, adventure, ambition, and desire, drive, and is that what is that? Oh, festivity, feisty, fire starter. So I mean that's not bad. I mean I could be a fire starter too, but yeah, I'm picking up that you, Queen of Moons, are just in a transitional state of Carl Jung would say is finding your inner self. When you actually go and merge your inner self with your inner egos and stuff like that to get to a fuller spiritual plane, you go through all this negative nasty stuff. I've been doing shadow work, and we do shadow work for like half of our life, and then once we get older, you know, we just hope it's over, but sometimes you just got to integrate your both selves, the dark side and the light side, because the dark side of your psyche is spiritual, but it's all the bad things that have happened to you. Oh, you're always negative. Well, honestly, I mean, I'm going through this, especially since everybody said I was dead. I'm afraid to face the demons that live there. You know, it's hard. It's hard. I'm going through my dad's death, and I didn't get to see my dad die. I didn't even get to. I was looking for him for 3 years, found out he was dead, and it's hard. I listen to Carl Jung videos, the chosen ones, and everything, and I sometimes smoke a little weed. So, oh, it's difficult. I'm in the middle of it, and it's difficult. I listen to Carl Jung every day. He's like my go to. And then I listen to the Joker inspiration, and sometimes I gotta smoke a bowl. I gotta smoke some weed, because sometimes it's hard, and it blocks your inner self. And I've been going through the shadow work for 6 months, and I don't think I even tipped the surface. So oh, thank you. I appreciate you. I'm hoping to be able to bury my dad soon. It may take the military to go to my stepsister's that passed away, her husband's house, the lawyer. But I was told that the military police will go there and handcuff him if you don't give me the remains. I mean, I had to do my shadow work because I thought I was going to murder somebody if I did not do some shadow work. It's been terrible. But yeah, all you got to do is start your shadow work, and I think you're going to be fine. And they say that once you face your inner demons of all the unresolved feelings, Carl Jung says, and he did his whole life. I mean, this man, I mean, I like him because he relates to empaths. And anybody that is kind of intuitive or just gets into things like that, they're more into their spiritual side. And he most of his life he studied empaths, and he's world renowned. If he wasn't dead, I would be trying to get him to be my psychiatrist. But they have a whole, like, if you want to pay for the membership, but if you don't want to pay for the membership, they have his teachings free here. And I do recommend Carl Jung. And then the chosen one videos, those will make you feel good. But I don't know. Some of these chosen one videos, oh yeah, some of these chosen one videos, I think that I don't know. I think that they just make the videos and try to get views. it's not like it's real, like, I don't know, it doesn't seem real to me. It just seems like these people just make them and they'll say, "Oh, your sister said this to you." And I don't know. I want to say more Carl Jung is the person because he did shadow work and studied and he measured. He actually did a science with it. He measured out energy when people meditate and just all kinds of spirit of technical things. So, and he studied empaths crazy. And if you do any kind of tarot card readings and all that, it just means you're more empathic. And you could be naturally empathic and not even do tarot card readings. It's just if you get vibrations a lot. He literally recorded vibrations on animals and humans. So, oh, it is. Oh God, I think like 6 hours. Yeah, those chosen ones are funny to watch, but I don't put any resonance in them. But yeah, they probably are AI. But I know Carl Jung is real. He was a real person. And he spent his entire life, I think, I don't even know when he died, honestly, but I think it was in his 80s. And they said that he dedicated his whole life to this. Just researching empaths and he used to counsel. Oh, maybe there's a package. You do tears sometimes, but I just like to came where because I like to hear other people's reading. Yeah, me too. Because you know what, you get different insights. Sometimes when you read yourself or try to read yourself, you don't get the same perspective or see something that somebody else would have seen. That's the thing. I love when other people read me because we all see different stuff. We really do. Like when my dad was got when my dad passed away, for I was getting mixed messages, but I was getting certain messages and people were getting other messages. So sometimes it's, I don't know, refreshing to hear what maybe someone else seen that the universe isn't showing you. And sometimes the universe does not show me things and they'll show somebody else something else. This is how the universe does me. So I don't know. This panda bear is going to have more of a human eye. And I have him right in the middle of here. So this eye got to move over. Alright. Different readers, same question, different reads. Oh, yeah. It's definitely different because everybody sees different things and they tap into different energies different. Some people see more negativity and some people see more all positive too. Then you have the readers that see angel stuff. Those guys are amazing. They really do. That is Stephanie. She sees angel numbers and stuff. I don't see angel numbers. But so you have a monetized YouTube channel where I do readings. Okay. On high profile cases and what I can see other readers may have and what they see. Oh, well, you should read me, Queen. You should, I'm serious. You should read me and find out what the hell is going on at the VA. I think the universe wants to spare me. I've been told I'm getting money. Yes, I know I'm getting money, but I would like to know about when That would be nice, or just like a general field. If I'm going to be burying my dad in a year when he's been dead a year, or what's going on. I would really like that. But sometimes the universe does not show me these things because I don't think the universe wants to upset me. But this is how things run sometimes, and I understand. All right, this panda bear is having, I guess, a human eye. Eyes are very hard to sculpt. I feel eyes are very important. Eyes are pathways to the soul, and they really are. You can look into someone's eyes, and if you look into them deep enough, you can pick up if they're chaotic or not. And I feel bad for the animals that got to be with these chaotic people. I really do. They get abused. And then in possession cases, when people get possessed, the first thing that gets killed and tortured is the poor family dog. It's terrible. That's why I like to spread good as much as I can. All right. Well, Panda Bear got these eyes. Yeah, Sasha, you can ask a question. You could see death and where bodies are at times. I'm connected with other readers who can see in death. Oh, okay. Yeah, I can sometimes see death, but if there was a crime done, but sometimes I don't get the details like other people, but I'll get the circumstances around it and just different things. But yeah, that's perfect. If you want to read me and you got your cards handy, Queen, or keep me in your when you're meditating, because I know you already did your shadow work, Queen. Your shadow work's already been done. I'm still on my shadow work, so me and shadow work are still going. Oh, really? That's awesome. No wonder you're ordering Amazon all the time. Doing all that good stuff, you're probably making a lot of money finding all those people. That's good stuff. All this human trafficking, someone needs to do it. I'm very happy you're doing that, Queen. I really am. I am not jealous at all. I'm happy because these people are being trafficked and people are coming up missing, and I'm glad there's people like you to help people find their loved ones, because that's a gift, and you're using your gift in the best way, and you will be rewarded because you do good things. When you do good things, you always get rewarded in ways. Even sometimes it's not money, it could be opportunity, from what I'm told. So, I don't know. This is what I hear people say, but yeah, you are doing good work, and I'm very happy you're doing this. Okay, I'm getting you, Sasha. What are Kajana? I'm sorry if I mispronounced it. Feelings about me, and will he reach out soon? I don't know if his family is telling him not to talk to me while being two-faced to me. Oh, yeah, sometimes families can be overbearing. They really can. I try to be that person when my kids are dating that is not overbearing, but some of these families people are, and it's terrible. I don't know why, but I try to be nice. Oh, he's controlling. Okay. Oh yeah, my ex-husband did too. He hated when I did he there. He wanted to send me to counseling. He's crazy. He doesn't believe in anything, and he's the most hate. I don't know. He has the most horrible life ever. I mean, he's not homeless and he's a good dad, but he's not happy. He's not found anybody, and I wanted him to find a girlfriend, but he never did. But yeah, he absolutely hates that I do tarot cards. Absolutely hates that I try to do shadow work and stuff. And when I started doing my shadow work years ago and try to tip the surface, he was the first person to leave my life. Laugh out loud. Oh, runes. Oh, okay. Then I am more with cards. That's still. You can actually, if you're connected with runes, you could still do that. Just try to take all the energy you use for the ruins and just call for an answer. And sometimes I'm more of a crystal person, and I was able to adapt to cards. You can do it, Queen of Moons. You can. You just gotta expand your energy. So, oh yes, yeah. My ex husband was very harsh. He was horrible, horrible. But I got your reading, Sasha. We'll do the emotional cards and these other ones. That's what I call moon oracle cards, the emotional ones. You kind of got to know your cards were more the consequent cards because you could play around with different decks all day long with crystals, runes, and all that. You could take your runes and put them around your cards. You can do that too. The runes chose him. I mean, sometimes people come in our life, as shitty as it sounds, to put us on a better path and show us enlightenment. And sometimes life wants to show us pain so we can get over it and we don't go to a bigger situation. I don't know why the universe does this. I wish I did, but I don't. Don't I don't understand why it does, but it does. But you're here and you've got your whole life ahead, and really should just look to maybe concentrating to see what you could do, see your potential. You never know. So, well, that's good. That is real good. I mean, my ex-husband wasn't horrible at times, just we just not wasn't meant to stay together more than 10, 12 years. So it was what it was. It took a while to get over, but it happens. It really does. Yeah, refresh that. Okay, Sasha. All right, your boy, the this guy and you are in a third quarter moon. And this talks about adjustments that are required for a situation to keep moving forward. And these are the emotional cards. I like to call moon oracles cards emotional ones. And then it's surrounded by a full moon in Sagittarius. And this talks about looking at a bigger reality, like what's more important, what comes first in your life, which is reflection, pretty much. And then you got a full moon eclipse for that surrounds it. And this just talks about conclusions being within reach. And that's good. And it doesn't mean it's a death thing. It just means, you're gonna have to talk to them and set some boundaries, pretty much. And maybe he has to set boundaries, and you guys got to have a deep talk. That's pretty much what this means. And then in these deck here, that gives other answers, you got King of Swords for the central energy for that question. And this talks about honor, energy, passion, inspired action, ambition, drive, and desire. This is what drives your guy here. He wants to make money, and he wants to provide. These are all good qualities. And sometimes when we get involved in these activities, we forget about people around us. Relationships are like plants. If you don't water them, they die. And then you got the Nine of Swords that surrounds this too. And this is depression, guilt, regret, remorse, negative thoughts, and making mountains out of molehills. He's just over there feeling himself, and he's depressed and guilty and trying to figure things out. And sometimes people have a bad way of doing this. That's where you would get the Nine of Swords. And he's also surrounded by the Two of Cups. And this talks about harmony, balance, unity, compatibility, happy couples, and potential soulmates. There could be a balance with him, but you guys just have to have a deep conversation. That's what I'm getting. And, maybe he needs to do shadow work. I mean, it's just not only for empaths, everybody in life. You're currently no contact, and I believe he is not wanting to speak to me. Maybe right now he's not. Maybe in the future he might. Give it a little time. If it's meant to be, it'll come upon itself. I mean, that's what I do in life. If I really want something, I don't try to fixate on things. Oh yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of negativity there, Sasha, and he is going to eventually come around. But the problem is, will it be when you let go? I guess that's the real question that's on the table. Because sometimes you can forgive, but you can't forget. And these are true statements. And all the universe says is let that negative energy go, but it's never saying that you have to forget what they do. And you are absolutely allowed to let go. Sometimes people wait so damn long you let go. And it's terrible, but it happens. It really does. All right, there's a line connecting these. But yeah, I mean, maybe draw or do some art. I love doing art because this centers me. So that's what I would do, and this is how sometimes I get my shadow work done, just getting these little paintings and stuff done. Oh, that's here. I thought I heard water. It's my new air conditioner. All right. Devi, you want to know when will new love find me? Can you describe them? I can try. But I can't guarantee I can describe him. Some things are meant for mystery. Some things are meant to know. And some things are meant to know at different times. That's a crazy thing about life. It's always like that all the time. So sometimes timing is everything, and sometimes in life, things come back at different times, so you let go. It's crazy. And then sometimes love finds you, and it's when you're in your lowest. I don't know why, but these are things that I have seen through my life that string true. But let's do your love reading here. Let's get these emotional cards out. These emotional cards are good stuff here. It gets all the describing your inner psyches, which is good. All right. All right. Oh, let's see here. Okay. Now, you got in your love cycle, you got a new moon in Libra. And this is good. This just talks about new romantic cycles starting. That's a really good card to have. Then you have a gibbous moon that's surrounding that. And this talks about achieving goals and being close to it. And that's good. And then you got a new moon eclipse also. And this is powerful change. I feel something is going to trigger one event that will collide into another event that'll drive somebody towards you. That's what I'm getting a feeling on this. And then in this one, you got Ten of Wands as the central energy. And this talks about pressure, depression, exhaustion, overcommitment, sacrifice, dedication, achievement, or reward. You give a lot of yourself. And sometimes when you give to people that give back. That's usually the positive stuff. You give so much, sometimes they take a piece of you. That's what I'm picking up. Then you got the Queen of Cups. And this talks about emotionally stable, in flow, nourishing, obstinate, unconditional love, and strong intuition. That's a good one. Then surrounding it on this deck is Ten of Swords. And this talks about deep wounds, betrayal, and a finality release. Pretty much just letting things go. Closure, acceptance, letting go, moving on, renewal. I feel that you are going to get somebody, but you got to let go of all of the stuff in your past. And it was nothing you caused, it was stuff that was done to you. But you got to somehow let it go. I mean, I draw, but maybe make candles, or if you don't want to do that, see if you want the meditation thing works for you. But you just find something that works. It doesn't matter what it is, it's just something that works for you, and don't worry about what anybody else says. So that's what I would do. I mean, if you, I mean, I don't recommend being a compulsive shopper like me, but shopping always makes me feel better. But maybe do light shopping. because you don't want to go over budget too much, and don't be like me spending $400 on Amazon. But maybe, but like go somewhere, maybe get yourself one thing, and just try to make yourself feel better. That's what I do. And then when you get a little depressed, just have some kind of outlet. If it's listening to music, you can listen to music too. Oh, you got no budget for shopping? Well, maybe just listen to music and things like that. That's free. I be shopping all the time. This is what I do to make myself feel better, but it's not the most healthy thing to do. So I guess the drawing makes up for it. But yeah, once you get through all that, you'll be okay. But eventually, one day, you'll have shopping in your future. I mean, being broke does not last forever. It honestly does not. Before you know it, I was budgeting and budgeting for 6 months, and then all of a sudden, bam, it got better. Sometimes it's like that. But yeah, that's what I would do. Just relax and start doing that. Look, my panda bear is looking like a panda bear. You love music? Well, there you go. Listen to music. Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, I'm trying. These residents, they don't have good art, and they be suffering. People that lay in beds and cannot walk, and the world forgot about them, and medical facilities suffer. I feel they're suffering. I know it sounds strange, but I do. I'm an empath. I pick up on people's suffering, and I feel terrible when people gotta suffer so much. I hate it, and the only thing I could do to make them feel better sometimes is just drawing for them because they enjoy it. They tell me all they have to do, they can't walk, they're miserable, and all they got to do is look at their four walls. And I try to make them real good because a lot of times they will stare at this all day long. So I try to make them good. I really do. Because I feel like feeling their suffering and their pain is a lot. And there's so much. To feel rejected from society and everything. And then when people get sick, when people poop their pants, people to go, oh, that's disgusting. Grandma pooped their pants or something. And the thing is, one day that's going to be you. Me and my coworkers describe this all the time. We always say, which resin are we going to be more like? I know, so we do think. You're in fat too? Yeah, that's why I always go for the music. I love, what's real good to listen to is Gregorian chant. I know it's like this religious chant music from the monks, but these damn monks are so good. So good. Oh my God. I love the Four Horsemen by the Gregorian chant. I listen to them over here on YouTube. And when I get in a mood that I kind of want to make myself feel better because I've felt so much of people's pain, I listen to them, and they're very good monks. And even though these people are not singing, it sounds like they're singing to your soul. It's weird. I know it sounds weird and strange, but it's true. This is how this stuff works out. And I had a funeral for my cat once, and I played Gregorian chant for my cat at this funeral. So I liked it that much. And they have really good. They have the dark side of Gregorian chant, and it's really good music for empaths, and it makes your frequency better. Because I have realized, Debbie, that you have a frequency. Everyone has a frequency, and when you can get to your frequency and tune into it through music or whatever, you feel better. So sometimes it's 80s music for me. It depends on what kind of mood and how sad I've been for the day. So, but these are suggestions I give you because sometimes I have problems. We all do, but some of my problems, I like to, I guess some of my problems, honestly, I like to just try to learn from and use it for shadow work. And I do it all the time. Like if I feel really bad, if I need to listen to the Gregorian chant, then that's what I need to do. But what works for me may not work for you, Debbie. You just got to find that perfect thing that calms you down. It's all in the frequency of what makes you happy. I was raised Catholic though. Oh yes, there's frequencies in everything, Debbie. It's crazy, and once you start studying these frequencies, and it's you don't even have to study it. It's just they surround you, and they just start calling out, and they come in subtle messages. It's really weird, and I think honestly that's a lot has a lot to do with what we can pick up with. It's I think every human being is on a different frequency. And that's how one person could be more insightful in one area than another. And that's why you have priests, shamans, yada, yada, yada. Because there's a lot of all that in the world. And the monks have the best frequency in the world. They really do. These guys are climbing mountains with sandals. They spend their entire life doing this and they talk about frequency. So find your frequency. They even have monk videos over here. They have these monks that come on and some of them are, they talk about how some plants are evil, but some of them are real positive. So I guess you just got to find your frequency. I don't know. I don't think the nose is terrible. I'm trying to get these dimensions in here because this lady really doesn't get out of bed at all. But I got this a little bit going on here. You absorb energies. Yeah, Natasha, you can. Well, if you're an empath, you always absorb them. Yeah, I'm hoping she likes it. I made the last panda bear I made her was shitty, and I feel bad. I really feel bad about how shitty it was. I mean, it wasn't horrible, but I felt it could have been better. And since she's Asian, well, she's half Asian. But since she's half Asian, she just has an affiliation with them. And I feel I didn't do this panda bear very good justice. So I'm just redoing it for her. I'm going to surprise her with it. She'll be so happy. Sometimes I bring them makeup too. This is what I do. I do this for the universe because I feel the universe wants us to do good things, and I do it because I'd like to. Because we're all going to be in a hospital bed. Every single one of us. I'm gonna get yours out for your general reading. So let me sculpt his chin a little. And these are the truths that I have found. We will all be in a hospital bed, and one day we'll all be dead, and then we're all going to start again. So you might as well enjoy the time that has given to you. And I learned that from church. And sometimes church has good things they say. Sometimes they have bad things they say, but that is not a wrong statement. So I feel that sometimes that's what we have to do in our life. And then if you enjoy each day as it comes, then blessings come. And then once all your little blessings and everything get there, then you just enjoy things. But sometimes enjoy the ride of life. Because one day you're going to have a lot of money and miss the days you were broke. I do. I miss the days I was broke. Because at the time I thought it was the worst thing in the world, but then when I got a little money, I was like, damn, I really wish I was in that little tiny shitty apartment that I was in for 8 years. It was a lot of fun there. Sometimes life is like that, and I'm just telling you that from the perspective because I've already lived through it. I even hated leaving the house that I was renting out, even though I have a way better apartment and I'll have a house soon. I still miss that shitty apartment, and I try to buy the house. So that's just food for thought for you guys. All right, I'll do three ones with the inner emotions, and three with, I don't know. I like to call these literal meetings, Natasha. And we'll see what the general reading brings you. But yeah, this is what I do. I like to just be a free soul and reward the universe with thanking the universe of I lived and I'm living and breathing. And I'm grateful for everything the universe gives me. And I don't expect anything from the universe. It gave me enough, and if this is the way I die, it's okay. But it surprises me every day. Sometimes it gives me more. But I don't expect it, and I don't ask this of the universe. All right, Natasha, in your general reading, on the top deck, you got a new moon Aquarius. This just talks about bringing love into your existence, loving yourself, your inner self. Loving your inner self and accepting your faults is some of the hardest things one can endure in life. It's the impossible journey, pretty much. And then you're surrounded by a blue moon. And this talks about hope and believing in possible things. And it signifies you lost hope. And it is easy to lose hope. I've lost hope. I lose hope like it seems like every other day. I get it. But it's there. It's always there, hope. And then you got a new moon in Leo also for that. And this talks about confidence and being confident for success. And then with these more detailed cards down here, you got Nine of Pentacles. Is that Pentacles? Yeah, Nine of Pentacles. All right, and this talks about luxury, self-efficiency, financial independence, discipline, refinement, and harmony. That's not bad. This is your central energy. Just what situations surrounding you, not the inner ones. And you're surrounded by the Emperor. And this talks about power, recognition, ambition, logic, concentration, rationality, new opportunities, and promotion. Well, that's good. I do foresee a job in your future, some kind of promotion or something you've been working at. Then you got the Chariot also, and this talks about success, action, determination, motivation, leadership, and travel, and ambition and willpower. That's not bad. I don't know. I see some kind of opportunity coming towards you where you can have a comfortable life. You just got to prepare for it and start believing in yourself so you can go forth and enjoy your existence. That's what I'm picking up. And it's not a bad place to be. I already know I am going to be at the nursing home. I don't know, I might retire there the way it's going. Oh my god, now it wants to restart. Not now. Oh my goodness. Alright, well, it says 8:09. Oh boy. Of course. I think I got enough of this anyways, where I can just do my thing. Yeah, I got enough of it. Yeah, I got enough of this, so it's okay if it restarts. Alright, I'm gonna shade in his little ears. I got all the little facial things the way I wanted it anyways. Okay, good. I've decided not to torture me today. I'm so excited. I hope that helped you out, Natasha. Oh, you're welcome. It's always good and exciting to get some financial freedom and so you can enjoy your life. Having a little money, you can have focus on other things that are important. That's what money does. It brings you opportunities to do stuff you love, and I'm glad you're going to have that soon. Because that's all money has done to me. Just bring me opportunities so I can do other things I want. As a person that doesn't know what makes them happy is a lost person. You got to find out what fulfills you. Because money does not fulfill you, but it'll make you stable enough so you can do what you love. Do you remember that when you get this promotion? And I tell you that just because I'm a friend. Always try to be humble, give back when you can, and enjoy yourself. Because having a good existence it's a happy thing. All right. I don't know. I think this face profile is obviously it's way better than the crap I gave her earlier, but it's not terrible. Okay, this one, I think I'm gonna rub more. When I get to the pastel part, I think I'm gonna rub more of the black in here. And I got the eyes sculpted. You know, I heard these panda bears are, I always think they're like I don't know. I just think they're mad cute, but I heard they can be. Sometimes they could be not nice. I heard that on Animal Planet. That sometimes panda bears can be aggressive because they got big teeth. I guess. I don't know if this is true or not. I am not an animal expert. I look to animal training videos and stuff on YouTube, so obviously I am not the animal expert, but I have heard this that we think they're really cute and stuff, but it's just the really cute ones could be really like those chimpanzees. These chimpanzees are not good to have as pets. They're, I guess, when they get to be teenagers, they get aggressive. When they're babies, they're cute, but they could be really, they could be really extremely nasty. All right, I'm doing very extremely light shading in this face because when I go to get the pastels in here, I don't want this as dark. So I'm just doing this really light pastel, and I'm going to take my white pastels and put it on the face. I'm like extremely light. Alright, now this one in here, so the eyes are dark. I'm just going to shade black around that. Oh, you're welcome, Natasha. I'm really glad I can help you. I think I'm just going to take the white pastel and I'm going to shade in here, and I'm going to shade in the white here. And then the black pastel, because it's this bottom part in his nose that are. So I'm going to have a dusting over here. It's all about cultivating your lines, drawing. It really is. And learning line work. I like to learn things because this is supposed to help you not have Alzheimer's, folks. This is what they're calling for because this works both sides of your brain. That's what they say. So, I'm trying to work both sides of my brain every day. I figure when you start getting older, why not? Alright. Now, even on poster board, this white pastel gives it substance. It makes it nice and pretty. And it kind of makes it, even though it's colorless, it makes it nice. Alright. I'm going to do the same thing to here. I'm just going to kind of bring this out a little like this. Even though this is dark, when I put the black in here, it won't be so dominant. Because I really don't want to take away from the eyes. Because I finally got a good job going with these eyes. And then I'm just going to just brush all of this white in here. And I like to do the white, honestly, before I do any darker color. Like, especially if you just sketch something that has a lot of white, you want to just take this pencil with all the shading you did the pencil, you can mix it in, and that's what this stuff does. And it does an excellent job of this. It really does. You can even reshade it once you already have the black in there. But then I have a bunch of these white pastels, so get this so far. But I do like to challenge myself. Challenging yourself is not a bad thing. You got to be you can't be heavy handed with when you're doing soft pastels like in a piece like this. Heavy handedness is not good for these kind of situations. I could use a big stick or a little stick, but I like to use up all my little sticks here. And his ears are dark, so we're just gonna take this and then move this around on the edge of the ears. And the same things the other side. And just do it on the base here, right at the end. Because these, a little bit goes a long way. Oh, does it go a long way? Alright, like that. And I'm just going to take a little bit here. I'm just going to try to lightly shade this here. And then we got that. And then around here, there's a little fuzzy thing here. So we're going to be real careful. Alright, I'm just going to shade up that way with the black. I'm not going to do anything with the nose right now because I feel it's just gonna, I'll take the residual of this stuff because it's very dark. And this is kind of how it goes, like that. Then around the ears, you want to mix it in from all little angles here. And mix that in. You want to get that nice mix in here. And I'm going to probably take another color in my background anyway, so I'm not too worried about it. Alright. Now with this, since the eyes are black with here, we're just going to take that's on your finger. And just take a hint of it. You don't want too much, even though this is black fur. You don't want to... You want to still see your sketch work because it technically is a sketch painting. And that's pretty much what I do is sketch paintings. I'm trying to be a good oil painter, but sometimes that works out for me. Sometimes it's not. It's a work in progress, and I'll probably get back to that soon. Alright, and you have enough on your finger when you're doing this, because see all that? And then we'll do the mouth. Alright. And now around the bottom, I'm just going to take around the sides too, right where my other ones were, and just, I'm not adding any more black. Don't add any more black. Just go around like your edges. You want to fade it out like in pictures, what you want. You want the nice fade. You want to make it look picturesque, but you want your lines still to show. That's kind of where you want to be with this kind of artwork. Alright. Alright. Now I'm going to fan this out. You want to go out and over like this, because in the angle of the way people are, because this is a painting, in all traditional sense. This really, really is. And you gotta treat it as that. And I like to fan it out. So you just see that nice, crisp image. And since he's kind of looking that way, you want to fan it over this way. And then just keep fanning over this way. Just keep fanning. And you just bring it in the background because it gives you depth. It's nice. It gives you depth, and you still can put more color in it. But see, I got that so far. You want that nice, crisp picture, and that's how you can get that. Alright, now, if you could keep this black and white if you want, also. It depends on how you want to go about the art. I've learned that. But just take all this residual before you add another color, because I'm telling you, just not that I'm telling you what to do, it seems to have a better effect. That's all I'm saying. Alright, I'm gonna take this greenish color. Yeah, you can get a love life one. I'm working on realistic picture ones. This panda looks like it's looking into your soul. Does it look like it's looking into your soul, Karan? My panda friend says hello. But yeah, you can have that. I'm just finishing up this little area here. Alright, I'm going to do some light shading here. And then come around here. And archer lines. There's nothing wrong. All I did is curve. I did a bunch of curves. I'm eventually going to learn how to do water. That is still on my agenda, Karan. Alright, we're just going to swoop these up. I would like to put a little color in subtle color. I thought green would like kind of go look with this grayish black look in the background and make it look pretty and stand out really nice. Because this is how you make these a painting, and it's less messy, and paint's expensive. And sometimes you just don't feel like having a whole project with paint. But you make your canvas with color. And you control it with your finger, so it's even that much cheaper. Alright, I'm just smoothing this out, and I'm going to do your love reading. My panda bear turned out halfway decent. I'm really glad. Melinda will be excited. There we go. There we go. I'm just rubbing it in now at this point. There we go. I don't know. I think this is done. You like the panda bear, Karan? Panda says hi. I'm doing you now. I feel like I accomplished something for the day. You can tell that this is my sketch pad. There's always a bunch of chalk all over it. Alright, Karan, let me get your love reading done. It's amazing how one panda takes an hour and 41 minutes. How does that happen? It has soulful eyes, this panda. These are eyes that I made personally. You like pandas, actually? Yeah, so is Melinda. It's part of her culture. Hopefully, she gets her butt out of bed and maybe tries to hang out with her husband. He's been begging for her to get out. She won't even take a shower. It's terrible. I don't know. He says he's not cheating on her. It's been like 2 years. He does show up all the time. And he brings her food and she gains so much weight just laying in bed. It's terrible. I feel bad for her. I'm hoping that she somehow gets out of bed or just lets us get her out of the bed. I mean, maybe she's too young to be there. Melinda is literally 40 years old in a nursing home, and her best friend is 80 years old. I keep drawing her things and stuff trying to lure her out of the bed, and I don't know if I'm making it more happy to be in the bed, so who knows at this point? I don't know. But let me do here. Alright, here's our emotional cards. And then here's the non-emotional cards. This is what I like to do. Emotional and non-emotional. Sometimes it gives you better answers. Sometimes it doesn't. But that's life. I've always liked cards. I like playing rummy too. I've always had an affiliation with cards. I love them. I could read cards and poker like you would not believe. I used to make a lot of money for my parents because they would gamble and I was good with the cards. For some reason, me and cards get along. Alright, Fran, your love reading is in a wanting moon. A wanting moon is just talking about things inside of you, like emotions you have harbored that just gotta come out. You gotta resolve personal issues that you even thought you forgot about that make you at times feel like you have less self-confidence and things like that. Then you're surrounded by a blue moon. And this talks about believing in impossible things. Then new moon in Aquarius. And this talks about love coming into a situation. And then these other ones, these are the emotional cards. The non-emotional cards, you got Ten of Wands. And this talks about pressure, depression, exhaustion, overcommitment, sacrifice, dedication, achievement, award. And I do feel, knowing you for a long time, that you do let things get to you because you're always trying to do too much sometimes. And that's not a bad thing. You're just a go-getter and you see things for what they are and you want to go ahead and do them. And there's nothing wrong with that. But it leads you sometimes to making yourself overbearing. And then you have the Three of Wands that surrounds us. And this talks about future planning, decisions, and discovery, action plan, possibility, growth, and openness. That's good. Then you also got the Ten of Pentacles. And this talks about wealth, financial security, family, long term success, contribution, legacy, inheritance, and accessory. I'm seeing somebody come into the picture, but I'm also seeing that this person is going to come when you're rebuilding your money situation. That I am seeing. And this person is going to be going through the same kind of issues as you. This is what's going to connect you to one another. So I do see somebody coming. Kind of has like not this an extension, but I want to say like a darker brown color hair. I can't really see the eyes. But it's going to be when you're rebuilding yourself because this person is going to be rebuilding their self also. And you guys are going to understand each other. And then this is where your long term success is going to come. Because your guys are going to trust each other because you're both building. And the money's going to, well, they're getting money, you're going to get money. So that's the pattern I'm seeing with this. Because you are a go-getter, Karan. I just see the hair color and they're kind of tall. But this person's like you when it comes financially because you're a go-getter and you're thinking about the future all the time. And this is what this person does too. Which is nothing wrong with that. I can see personality. I'm thinking if they're rebuilding everything, they would be more straightforward. If they're able to get their life together and their finances together and shape that, and things like that, you got to be more straightforward, but be humble. Because to get that kind of wealth and rebuild yourself will humble you. So this person will be humble, which is good. I mean, it takes a process to be humbled. When you're younger, you're never humbled. You're just a little a-hole. And I was when I was younger. I just turned into a better person, but that's how we always are when we're younger. So, but I do see something coming. So I would just try to relax, enjoy your life. Don't let the time you have pass you by without enjoying a moment. Have a glass of wine or some Coke or whatever. Enjoy the accomplishments that you do have, and before you know it, they'll be there. And hopefully, Melinda likes this panda bear and gets out of bed. That would really be exciting to see her come out of bed. I think I just want to. I think right over here, I just want to make this a little darker. That's the only thing that's bothering me about this. Is the panda bear, the lines could be a little darker, especially with all this pastel painting going on. Yeah, that's way better. Oh my god, is that way better? Especially these defining lines right here where his face is, or her face. I don't know, that's more rounded out, so I want to say her. Be the girl, lady panda. I'm just going to shade down here. There we go. I don't know, I think that looks better. He has a serious face. Oh. Yeah, I wish I could help you. all my money is tied up in things, but I don't know. They always have a GoFundMe things. I don't know. I always hear about these things. Maybe, possibly, with that, or I don't know. My sons know more about this stuff than me. I go through a military bank, so. Alright. Finishing up the little ear, and there we go. Here's the panda bear. Alright. I wish you luck, Karan, and I don't know. I'm going to try to come on tomorrow. Even though I did 12-hour shift, I feel like even though I went to bed at 7 and woke up at 1 o'clock in the morning and started cleaning like a mad person, I feel like I could be able to stay up a little later. So I'm going to try to come on tomorrow. Because I always work a 12-hour day and I'm exhausted. And I'm like, my God, what do I do now? I always do this stuff when I. And then Chong looks at me like, oh God, Mommy, really? So I'm going to try to, for you guys and Chong, to, when I get through hell, which it's bingo. Bingo day at a nursing home, folks, is terrible. And it's the day that the most showers are done. So I'm going to need mushroom complex and all kinds of stuff to survive this day. The day of all days. And then somehow I get thrown in the mix all the time. Everybody has to have a little bit of me. I hear my name screamed all day long, and it's terrible. Okay, I shaded even that more. There we go. I think Mr. Panda's good now. Alright. Oh, I try to help everybody, and I'm glad I'm helpful to you. I really am. And I'm going to hope you get your money. I am. And you have a good day, and I am going to take a picture of this, post it, and I don't know, me and Chong are going to eat dinner, and I'll probably watch some Halloween movies and go to bed. So, and then try to have energy, because I'm not dead yet and I'm not 80, to stay up till 11 o'clock. Oh, wow. Oh, hi, Priya. I haven't heard from you in a while. Yeah, I'll pray for you. There's nobody like you can, no family or anything? Oh, I'm good. I drew my panda. I'm good. Yeah, you can ask a question, Priya. Like I always do for my residents. Yeah, go ahead. Put your question in, and then after that, I'm going to take Mr. Tong outside and put some shorts out. Because I like bacon dog movies. Alright, RS. Is this one of these job fairs you got going on? Or one of these, a title or something? But I will get there. Alright. Alright. Let me do this one and the other one, Priya. I'm trying to up my game in life. I'm doing readings from two different decks at the same time. That's just more answers all at one time. The probabilities are amazing. Oh, it's a person. Okay. Oh yeah, I'm trying. This panda bear here is for my resident Melinda. She loves panda bears. I think they're Chinese. She's half Chinese, and I'm hoping she gets out of bed. She's 40 years old, and she hasn't got out of bed in 6 months. That's sad for being so young. I'm older than her taking care of her, so it shouldn't be like that. And I try to encourage her to get out of bed. So I'm hoping these drawings and things help her. I don't know, live her best life and hopefully go home to her fiance. I don't know. I just pray that something happens for this woman. It's just sad she's stuck in the nursing home. I could see if you're 80 or 90 or something, but to be that young and in a nursing home is very sad. It's the saddest energy I've ever experienced in my life. All right. She's well. I mean, she has neuropathy. Her legs hurt her all the time. Her boyfriend, her fiance is a chef and comes in, brings her all this food. I just feel horrible. Maybe there's some way he could take care of her. I feel bad. I don't want her dying in the nursing home, especially that young. That's one thing if you go in 80 or older, but I don't know. It doesn't seem like a way to live. I try to help her as much as I can, bring some good, happy energy to her. All right, Priya, this person, the RS, your person, we'll just say your person. Your person, you guys, in the energy of the blue moon. And this talks about believing in things that you didn't think could happen. And that's the central energy of the emotional cards. And then the wanting moon is surrounding that. And this talks about things to release, like negative energy, negative thoughts that hold back a healthy relationship. And then you got a mutable moon, and this talks about things not set in stone, pages and yet not written, things like that. And then you got the central energy of the other cards that aren't so emotional is the King of, is this Pentacles? Yeah, King of Pentacles. And this talks about supportive, steady, wealthy. This is pretty much about where their central energy is directed towards. Their energy is directed towards being supportive, trying to get wealth, being successful, ambitious, and they're well disciplined and resourceful, this person. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's actually a good quality. And then you got the Knight of Pentacles also. And this talks about hard work, productivity, routine, conservation, patience, loyalty, responsibility, and persistence. It's not bad either. It's really big in his work. Oh, thank you. Oh, the moon cards are on top. I'm doing both at the same time. These things are the emotional cards. Sometimes they don't answer questions directly, they just answer your inner self. These cards do that, but you could do them both at the same time. I found that out today. I figured why not try. All right, then you got the page of wands too, and this talks about confident, courageous, adventurous, bold, courageous, and optimistic and passionate. Seems like a nice guy. Well, yeah, because this way you guys can have the emotional and then a direct answers all at the same time. So why not? Why not do it all at once? There's no rules. I remember you, Sophia. Yeah, this is a hair extension, but I'm glad you like it. All my son asked me, my older son asked me if I my hair was thinning. I said no. I just don't feel like dyeing it all the time because that is what you do. You just dye it all the time, and then it messes it up. Then I had to cut it short, and now it's like where this braid is here, it comes down to here. And there's sometimes I want my hair longer, but and I just go to Amazon and get these. They have you can get a full wig or you can get just a hair piece like that is attached to a clip. They've come a long way with these things. Just to give you a little extra different look. And if you want like a blonde piece where it look like you got blonde streaks, you can add in the blonde streaks. It's amazing. Oh yeah, they can. I like to. This one is just one big piece, but I have other ones where I just like add little bits because I have hair. It's just I don't know. I'd like to change up. I told my husband about it, and he said it's better than me ruining my hair, so he doesn't care. So that's what I do every once in a while, and I like black hair. I like it. I like dark brown, black. And I'm not going to dye my hair black and then 2 months later dye another color. You don't want to do that. That's not good. That's how my hair got destroyed and is finally getting healthy. So I'm not trying to make it unhealthy again. Well, I'm glad you like it. All right. Are you playing around? It is fun. Today is for is some. I did get one is a full wig, but it kind of attaches, and you gotta attach it to your hair anyways. Then I got a blonde one. The rest are just partial things, and you're just like whatever. But every once in a while, like I have two so far. Because I do like have be a blonde once in a great while, and I'm not trying to bleach my hair because it might fall out. So I'm not trying all that. The ones you can play with blue flavor. I didn't. Well, I don't know. I've seen those, but I was afraid of trying those with the glue. I mean, my hair. I have hair. All I gotta do is take the clip. Oh yeah, my hair's doing amazing under this. I do a hair treatment. I put lotion in my hair when I'm done. I don't use regular conditioner. I just water down some lotion and stick it in there, and I'll braid it. I'll put like how I'll put some braids in it, and then I'll just put a hair extension in. Oh, it's soft glue. Maybe I'll look into that, Sophia. As long as it's not going to kill the hair that's growing back healthy, because I'm not trying to be bald. That I mean that's just sad. I'm not trying all that. All right, you want to know if he's going to speak to you, Priya? Oh, well, let me see. That's an entirely different animal. If they're gonna, I mean, everyone has that free will, and even if it's chaotic, sometimes they change their mind and bam, they come and talk to you again. This is how that works sometimes. Yeah, but yeah, I'll see what I can get on that whole situation. These cards are better for that. These aren't the emotional cards. Those other ones are emotional cards. If you're asking non like direct questions, sometimes they're not the best. Okay. All right, Priya. Oh, you're going to get some sleep? Oh, okay. Yeah, I got the panda bear today, and I always post them for you. They're always in the community board. I come from Facebook. We post everything. Everything is posted, and then that's just how my life has been. That's why I haven't even done all my shorts. I'm gonna post that, take a picture of it, and start my 10 shorts, and then watch all my Halloween movies, and then get up at 4:30 in the morning and go to hell. That's about how my day goes. So, but you will be seeing it on your feed. I think it goes that far, but thank you. I appreciate your humanity. I really do. You're wonderful. All right, now, all right. Freya, he is in about talking to you again. He is in a King of Pentacles. And this just talks about like work mode: supportive, steady, reliable, successful, ambitious. He's throwing himself into work, pretty much. And you got the Knight of Pentacles. And this talks about hard work, productivity, more work. And then the Six of Wands. And this talks about praise, joy, satisfaction, milestones, goals, homecoming, pride, break, enjoyment. I'm seeing that this man is he's trying to avoid emotional stuff, and he's throwing himself into work. When you're in this kind of mode, sometimes you can avoid somebody for a half a year. So I don't know. I mean, it's up to the individual. It depends on how much he does that. Well, yeah, I could pull another card, but I mean, you're riding on free will here. All right. The Four of Swords. Meditation, contemplation, peace and quiet, planning for future. I mean, that makes sense. Even he's just in a mode where he wants to work. I'm saying, and he's trying to get his peace and quiet and think. Maybe he will talk to you. I mean, maybe just give it a little time while he's going through this kind of stuff. 'Cause that's a lot to go through at once. And then hope for the best. Maybe shoot a small text here and there saying good morning and stuff, but don't be too much. So, yeah, you could ask another question, and then I'm going to be going to bed soon. Because it's 9 o'clock and I got to be up at 6 hours and work for a half of a day. Yay. But yeah, one more question, and then I am going to go to bed and try to come back and, I don't know, draw something else tomorrow. I'll probably need to after bingo. But I'll wait for you one more question, and then Chong has to go pee. Oh, I can't ask. I mean, honestly, with all the feeling all the energy in here, if he does, it's gonna be small increments, but he's more in peaceful mode. I mean, 10 days is, I don't know, that's just a small period. I mean, I can't predict exactly if it's going to be 10 days. That's a lot to ask from that. I mean, that's up to him too, because he has that free will. All right, one more, and then I'm gonna. Chong's already staring me down here. All right, Chong, we're going outside. I know you gotta go pee. We're gonna go. All right. All right, you got justice, and it talks about decisions. I mean, if he does talk to you in 10 days, it's going to be about, it might not be the best conversation because this talks about accountability because it's justice. I mean, get prepared to talk about deep aspects of your relationship. And these are never fun conversations. So I'll pray for you in your journey, and I'm going to take Chong outside. You're welcome. Everything I'm sure will be okay. I just would relax, and the more you overreact, the worse it's going to get for you. Because men don't like this type of thing. No one likes to be smothered. Not even when you're married. My husband does not like being smothered. I give him little space too, so. But thank you for all your nice conversation, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Hopefully, I'm not half dead. And you guys have a good day.